joy. This is sadness. That's anger.
What?
This is disgust. And that's fear. We're Riley's emotions. These are Riley's memories. They're mostly happy, you'll notice, not to brag.
I wanted to maybe hold one.
What happened? Sadness?
She did something to the memory.
Is everything okay?
I don't know.
Take it back, Joy.
Trying. Joy, no,
Let
wait.
go.
The core memories. Can I say that curse word now?
After Cars 2 and Brave, I was incredibly skeptical and cautious going into this movie. But what a welcome breath of fresh air. This could have been a conventional touchy-feely sap fest, but Inside Out shatters expectations of even the most skeptical. The premise is simple enough. 11-year-old Riley is uprooted from immaculate Minnesota to unknown San Francisco, and now she has to acclimate to her surroundings and cope with her emotions. And really, that's all you need to know going into it. But the undertaking of the approach is ingenious in its execution. Written and directed by Pete Docter, who first cut his teeth on Toy Story before bringing us Monsters, Inc. and Up, Docter transforms an otherwise complex concept from abstract into authentic delight. With additional script work from writers Meg LaFoe and Josh Cooley, the current Rotten Tomatoes score of 100% is on point, because Inside Out is a vibrant visual masterpiece. It's ambitious and innovative, brimming with inspiration, and vividly magnificent. This is a standout triumph in Pixar's cinematic stable. It's not just enthralling, it's spellbinding throughout the entirety of the film. Think of the brilliance of the first 10 minutes of Up, but extended into a 2-hour feature, and that's what you have here. From whimsical highs to devastating lows, this is a roller coaster of emotions like no other. Terrible pun intended. Featuring excellent voice acting from comedian Louis Black as Anger, Bill Hader from Saturday Night Live as Fear, Phyllis Smith and Mindy Kaling from The Office as Sadness and Disgust respectively, and Amy Poehler from Parks and Recreation fame. They all truly capture the characterization of the emotions personified. And it's intelligent even down to the minutia. Like, I love the fact that when the emotions activate something on the control panel, it changes color to reflect the emotion by matching it. And that every time you see Anger reading a newspaper, it's a headline of something that's happening in the scene. On an aside, I immediately wanted to rewatch episodes of The Office and Parks and Rec right after. But I really have to give special recognition to Amy Poehler, who gives a masterful performance. I know a lot of people will be focusing on Louis Black as Anger, but Amy Poehler is truly compelling, dynamic, and heartwarming. And you know that she was bouncing around all over the place when she was recording this. And I love how Richard Kind as Bing Bong just kind of shows up into the plot out of nowhere, and you're just like, that's random, but it works. Some people keep comparing it to Herman's Head.
Quiet, you.
But I can assure you that that's a superficial comparison and a similarity at best. The level of imagination and brilliance in its execution surpasses that show's quality any day of the week. And there are parts where it's so emotionally impactful, and I promise you, when this movie hits, it hits. It's like a sucker punch to the gut. Not to mention Giancani's score that magnifies those deep, bittersweet moments that move you from having a lump in your throat to just straight up tears. It's profound, exemplary, and phenomenal. It teaches you that every emotion is necessary, even sadness. And there will be some kids for whom it will actually change the way they perceive their actions and reactions, while leaving parents stunned and confounded. Will it win Best Animated Picture? Well, probably. Does it deserve to be nominated for Best Picture? Yes, absolutely, without question, yes. Inside Out is an inspired masterpiece that is better than Up, it's better than Finding Nemo, and dare I say, better than Toy Story. Astonishing, I know, but Inside Out is just that surprisingly good. It's a perfect Pixar movie. As a film, I give it a 9 out of 10. For a Pixar movie, 10 out of 10, best one yet. And here's how it compares. It's not just a film, it's an experience. They say it's not the destination, but the journey. Well, this inventive venture is going to stay with you for quite some time after. More than a feeling, it's a compelling spectacle that will mesmerize your mind and entrance your soul. Catch Inside Out, and you'll see the hardest feelings to be expressed by words for the first time on screen.